Okay, so in this video we're going to be checking out the Tiny 7X here from LDARC. This is a little bit larger version of the same drone that I reviewed a while back, maybe a month or so ago, the Tiny 6X. And this is also the smaller version of another one that I also reviewed, the Tiny 8X. So basically the 6X, which I reviewed before, that's a 65mm version of this. This is a 75mm motor-to-motor version. And then there was the Tiny 8X, that was an 85mm. So kind of, you know, three different sizes of these sort of tiny whip style drones. This is the updated series of the Tiny 6X and 7X. I'm sorry, the Tiny 6 and Tiny 7 from maybe about a year ago. Basically, they've upgraded the motors. It's same frame size. So if we're going from the Tiny 7 to the Tiny 7X, it's the same frame size, 75mm motor to motor, but they've increased the motor size from the 7x20 size motor to the 8x20, so it's an 8mm by 20mm motor now, so you're going to get a little more power. Pretty much all the rest of the electronics, I believe, are the same or pretty similar. You got the same props here. I think these are the 40mm tri-bladed props. The flight controller is the same F3 flight controller, same camera. I think the video transmitter is built into the flight controller on this one, but again, still no OSD. I did cover a lot of the specs and stuff on the 6X in that video. I'll put a card in the corner to that one if you want to get some more details on that. I also got the advanced version of the 6X, and I got the advanced version of the 7X as well with the FreeSky receiver. If you get the advanced version, you get spare props, spare canopies, you get some other spare little parts, in, I believe, like additional battery connectors. You get this nice case, and you get, in the case of the advanced version, you get 3 of these batteries here. These are the 450 high volt 1S. I think these are pretty much the same as these G&B 450s. I've used these before in previous videos. I can't tell much difference between these two. They seem to be about the same. They've got the same connector, about the same power output. So if you're looking for extra batteries and can't find these LDARC ones, I'll also link this battery below as well, because if you want to have lots of batteries, this is a lot of fun. So, you know, this case here comes with these batteries that just slot into the case here like so. You could obviously fill this up with a lot more extra batteries. The Tiny 7X just fits into the case like that. And then it also comes with this little tiny meter, a little battery checker. And if you want to check that out, I also talk about that in the other video in the Tiny 6X. Basically everything is the same. Get the built-in battery charger. You can charge up to 6 batteries, either off of a LiPo here with an XT60 connector, or you can use the micro USB connector as well. And so if you want a little more detail on the advanced stuff, that's going to be in the 6X video, so you can check that out. This is going to be sort of redundant stuff here. In terms of the differences between the 6X and the 7X, obviously other than the larger size and the bigger batteries, it's going to have a little bit longer flight times, because obviously it's going to be more efficient on the bigger prop and also on the bigger battery, just way more. But I was getting about a 5 to 5.5 minute flight time on this battery, and about the same on the G&B as well. It flies pretty well, but in both stabilized mode and in acro mode. I flew both. I mostly flew it in acro mode. Yeah, it's a good all-around flyer. Very durable. You can crash it all over the place into the concrete, into trees. Not a problem. This frame's pretty durable. I haven't had any breakages here anywhere, but I think that if it would break, it would probably be over here. But this is a very sturdy frame, so if you're looking for something a little bit bigger to bash around, this is one you want to check out. I think mostly because of the longer flight time and the fact that it's going to be really durable. If that's what you're looking for in terms of longer flight time, the 7X is going to definitely be at the 6X. It's going to be a little bit better in terms of acroflight outdoors. A little bit, it's going to handle wind better in outdoor conditions as well over the 6X because of the extra weight. But of course, the main disadvantage is the size. If you're indoors and trying to hit real tiny tight gaps, the larger size here is going to be a little bit of an issue compared to the 6X. You're going to be able to hit those tight gaps a little bit better with that one versus this one. Now, in terms of the price differences between the basic version and the advanced version. You can get the basic version, which just comes with one battery and like a little tiny charger. That one, I think, without a receiver, you can get it as low as like I think around $50, and then with depending which receiver version you select, I'll probably add about $10 to that. And then if you get the advanced version with all these extra goodies with the receiver, I think the price will go as high as $95. So that's going to be your price range on this. Obviously, another downside is that it doesn't have an OSD, but you know, could possibly be a way to replace the flight controller with one of the flight controllers that has an OSD. Obviously, you'll have to get your own video transmitter. You could probably still use the same camera, just desolder that from this board. Was considering doing a project on that, maybe with one of the beta FPV flight controllers that has an OSD on there. If any of you guys are interested in that kind of a project, let me know in the comments below, and if I have enough interest, I may do that video swapping out this board with one that has an OSD and then adding a flight controller. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if that's something that would interest you, and I'll consider doing that. But yeah, I would say this is, you know, like a lot of the other LDARC products, a very good product. Does require a little bit of tweaking on the PIDs, so I'll overlay those in the flight demo, and at this point I'll go ahead and show you some flight footage. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.